Hey Virgo, come sit with me, because what I am about to share with you today is going to completely shift how you see your love journey. I have been working with these cards for hours, and the story they are telling about your romantic future is so incredibly detailed and personal that I actually had to take a break halfway through because the energy was just so intense. This is not one of those generic readings where I pull a couple cards and give you surface-level interpretations. No, what we are doing today is diving deep into your love story. And I mean every single chapter, every twist, every beautiful moment that is waiting for you. Before we even get into the cards, I need you to understand something. The universe has been watching you, Virgo. It has seen how much you have grown, how much you have healed from past disappointments, how you have been working on yourself even when it felt like nobody noticed. And now is when everything starts to align for you in love. The cards I pulled today are not just random pieces of cardboard. They are literally mapping out your romantic timeline, showing me exactly what you need to know, what to watch for, and how this entire love story is going to unfold for you. I am using a very specific spread today that I do not use often because it requires so much energy and focus. This spread shows me the complete arc of your love journey, from where you are right now to where you are headed, including all the significant moments, the challenges you will face, the growth you will experience, and ultimately the beautiful connection that is destined for you. I pulled exactly 10 cards for you, and each one of them has such a profound message that when I laid them all out on my table, I literally just sat there staring at them for a good 5 minutes because the story was so clear, so detailed, so yours. Let me start by pulling the first card to see where you are standing right now in your love journey. What energy is surrounding you at this very moment? The first card I am seeing here is Death. And before you panic, before you think this is something scary or negative, let me explain what this card is really showing me about your current situation. Death in Tarot is about transformation, about necessary endings that make space for incredible new beginnings. What I am seeing here is that you have been going through or have just completed a major transformation in how you approach love and relationships. This is not about a person dying or a relationship ending in some tragic way. This is about old patterns dying, old beliefs about love dying, old versions of yourself that settled for less than you deserved finally being released. Virgo, you have been shedding layers. You have been letting go of the person who used to overanalyze every text message, who used to worry constantly about whether you were good enough, who used to try to fix people or situations that were never meant to be fixed. The Death card is telling me that right now, in this present moment, you are in this incredibly powerful space of transition. You are literally standing between who you used to be in love and who you are becoming. And the energy of this card is so strong because this transformation has been deep, it has been real, it has been necessary. What I find so interesting about Death showing up as your first card is that it confirms something I have been sensing about Virgo energy lately. So many of you have been doing serious inner work over the past several months. You have been in therapy, you have been journaling, you have been setting boundaries, you have been really honest with yourselves about what you want and what you will no longer tolerate. And this card is the universe saying, yes, we see you, we acknowledge this transformation, and everything that comes next in your love story is built on this new foundation you have created. The Death card is also showing me that you cannot go backwards. Even if you wanted to, even if part of you sometimes misses the comfort of old patterns, you cannot return to who you were. That version of you has been transformed. You are operating at a completely different frequency now when it comes to love. You are clearer, you are stronger, you are more aligned with what you actually need versus what you thought you should want. This is such a powerful place to be starting your love story from because everything that comes to you now has to match this new elevated version of you. Now let me pull the second card to see what is coming into your awareness, what message or realization you need to integrate as you move forward. The Two of Cups is showing up here, and this is making so much sense with the Death card we just looked at. After the transformation, after the release of old patterns, here comes the energy of true partnership, of mutual connection, of balanced love. The Two of Cups is one of the most beautiful cards in the entire deck when it comes to romantic relationships, because it represents that moment when two people come together, and there is just this immediate sense of recognition, of balance, of this is it. What the Two of Cups is telling me is that you are moving into an energy where authentic partnership is not only possible for you, it is likely, it is coming. But here is what is different now compared to before your transformation. The Two of Cups appearing after the Death card means that this connection you are moving toward is going to be completely different from anything you have experienced before. This is not going to be one of those situations where you are giving 70% and they are giving 30%. This is not going to be you doing all the emotional labor while someone else coasts along. This is not going to be you molding yourself into what someone else needs while your own needs go unmet. The Two of Cups represents equal exchange. I am seeing two people who are both emotionally available, both willing to show up, both invested in creating something real together. And for you, Virgo, after everything you have been through, after all the work you have done on yourself, this is exactly what you deserve and exactly what you are now capable of attracting. You are no longer energetically available for half-committed situations or people who want the benefits of a relationship without the responsibility. The Two of Cups confirms that you are aligning with partnership energy that matches your new standards. What I also love about this card is the timing it suggests. The Two of Cups coming in as your second card tells me that this connection is not some far-off, distant future thing. This is entering your awareness now. This is something you need to start preparing for. Start opening yourself up to. Start believing is actually possible for you. The universe is basically saying, okay, Virgo, you did the work, you released what needed to go. Now get ready, because real love is on the approach, and you need to be energetically available to receive it. The third card I am pulling is going to show me the foundation this love story is being built on. What core energy is supporting this entire journey? Two of Wands is coming through, and this is so good because it is showing me vision, planning, and conscious choice. The Two of Wands is about standing at a crossroads and making an intentional decision about which path to take. This card as the foundation of your love story tells me that what is coming for you is not going to be some random accident or chaotic whirlwind romance that sweeps you off your feet before you have time to think. No, this love story is being built on conscious choice, on clear vision, on you actively participating in creating the relationship you want. Here is what the Two of Wands is really showing me. You are at a point now where you have options, where you have clarity about what you want, where you can look at the big picture and make decisions that align with your long-term happiness rather than just short-term excitement. This is so different from how you might have approached love in the past. Maybe before you just went with the flow, maybe you accepted whatever came your way, maybe you did not feel empowered to be choosy or selective. But now, with the Two of Wands as your foundation, you are stepping into this energy of being an active creator of your love life. What I find particularly powerful about this card is that it shows me you are thinking long-term. You are not just looking for someone to fill a void or cure loneliness. You are looking at the bigger picture. You are asking yourself questions like, where do I see this going? Does this person share my values? Can I actually build a life with this person? The Two of Wands is strategic energy, and I know that resonates with you as a Virgo because you are naturally someone who thinks ahead, who considers consequences, who wants to make smart decisions. This card is also telling me that you might be considering different options or different approaches to love right now. Maybe you are thinking about whether to try dating apps again, whether to say yes to that setup your friend keeps mentioning, whether to finally talk to that person you have been noticing. The Two of Wands says whatever path you choose it consciously, choose it with intention, choose it because it aligns with the vision you have for your love life. Let me pull the fourth card now to see what challenge or lesson is part of this love story. Because every real love story has moments that test us and help us grow. Temperance is showing up here, and this is such an important message for you to receive right now, Virgo. Temperance is about balance, patience, moderation, and divine timing. As a challenge card in your love reading, Temperance is telling me that one of your biggest lessons in this love journey is going to be learning to trust the process, learning to allow things to unfold naturally, rather than trying to control or rush every step. I know this is hard for you. I know that as a Virgo, you like to have a plan, you like to know what is happening and when, you like to feel like you have some control over outcomes. But Temperance is asking you to release that need just a little bit. This card is saying that your love story is going to unfold in its own perfect timing, and the more you can relax into that, the more you can trust that everything is happening exactly when it is supposed to, the smoother this entire journey is going to be for you. Here is what I am really seeing with Temperance as your challenge. There are going to be moments where you want to speed things up, where you want to define the relationship earlier than it is ready to be defined, where you want guarantees and certainties that are not available yet. There are going to be moments where you feel impatient, where you wonder why this is taking so long, where you are tempted to either push too hard or give up too soon. And in those moments, Temperance is asking you to breathe, to trust, to remember that good things take time to develop properly. Temperance is also about balance, which is interesting because it ties back to the Two of Cups we saw earlier. This card is reminding you that in this love story, you need to find balance between being open and being protected, between being vulnerable and maintaining your boundaries, between giving and receiving, between your needs and their needs. You have done so much work on yourself, Virgo, and now Temperance is saying, do not lose yourself in this connection when it comes. Stay balanced, stay grounded in who you are, maintain your own life and interests and friendships even as you build this relationship. The fifth card is going to show me a major shift or turning point in this love story, a moment when everything changes or becomes clearer. 8 of Pentacles is coming through, and I am getting so excited because this card is about mastery, dedication, and putting in the work to create something of real value. As a turning point in your love story, the 8 of Pentacles is showing me a moment when you or both of you decide to get serious about building this relationship. When you move from casual dating or getting to know each other into actively working on creating a strong foundation together. What I love about the 8 of Pentacles is that it shows effort, commitment, and skill development. This is not a card of passive love or relationships that just coast along on initial chemistry. This is a card that says we are going to put in the work to make this relationship everything it can be. And honestly, Virgo, this is perfect for you because you are someone who appreciates effort, who values dedication, who respects when people take things seriously, and do not just half commit. The 8 of Pentacles as a turning point is telling me there is going to be a specific moment in this relationship where you both recognize that this is real, this is worth investing in, this is something you want to build properly. Maybe it is a conversation you have, maybe it is a decision you make together, maybe it is just a gradual realization that happens for both of you. But there is this shift from wondering if this could be something to actively working to make it something solid and lasting. I am also seeing with this card that you specifically, Virgo, are going to bring so much value to this relationship through your natural skills and qualities. Your attention to detail, your thoughtfulness, your ability to notice what needs to be done and do it, your practical approach to solving problems, all of these Virgo traits are going to be assets in this relationship. The 8 of Pentacles is showing me that you are not going to be with someone who takes these qualities for granted. You are going to be with someone who sees your effort, who appreciates what you bring, who recognizes that you are actively working to make this relationship better every day. Now let me pull the 6th card to see what support or positive energy is surrounding this love story. What is working in your favor? Page of Cups is showing up, and this is bringing such sweet, tender energy to your reading. The Page of Cups is about emotional openness, romantic gestures, heartfelt communication, and allowing yourself to be vulnerable in love. As a support card, the Page of Cups is telling me that you have this beautiful ability to stay emotionally open despite everything you have been through. And this openness is going to be one of your greatest strengths in this love story. What I am seeing with the Page of Cups is that you are supported by your willingness to believe in love again, your ability to see the beauty in small romantic moments, your capacity to express your feelings honestly. This card often represents someone who wears their heart on their sleeve, someone who is not afraid to say, I like you, or I care about you, or this matters to me. And after the transformation of the Death card we saw at the beginning, the fact that you can still access this tender, open-hearted energy is really powerful. The Page of Cups is also showing me that there is going to be a lot of sweet communication in this love story. I am talking about good morning texts that make you smile, thoughtful messages just to check in, conversations that go deep and feel really connecting, love notes or small gestures that show someone is thinking about you. This is not going to be one of those cold, distant connections where you are constantly guessing how the other person feels. The Page of Cups brings supportive energy of emotional expression and romantic communication that makes you feel seen and cared for. There is also an innocence to the Page of Cups that I find really beautiful for you. It is like even though you have been through disappointments, even though you have had to let go of things that did not serve you, you still have this part of you that can approach love with hope and wonder. You have not become cynical or closed off. You have somehow managed to stay soft while also becoming stronger. And that combination is incredibly attractive and is going to serve you so well in this upcoming connection. So, 7th card is going to show me what you need to embrace or embody to move this love story forward successfully. 4 of Pentacles is appearing here, and at first this might seem like a strange card to show up as something you need to embrace. But let me explain what Spirit is showing me with this. The Four of Pentacles is traditionally about holding on, about being protective of what you have, about security and stability. In the context of what you need to embrace, this card is telling you that it is okay to want security and love. It is okay to want commitment and stability. It is okay to protect your heart until someone proves they are worthy of your trust. I think sometimes, Virgo, you might feel like you are supposed to just throw caution to the wind. Like you are supposed to be completely open and vulnerable right away. Like wanting to move carefully and protect yourself somehow makes you closed off or damaged. But the Four of Pentacles is saying no. Your desire for security is valid. Your need to move at a pace that feels safe for you is valid. Your instinct to protect your heart until someone shows you through, consistent action that they are serious, is completely valid. What you need to embrace here is that it is perfectly fine to have standards and boundaries around who gets access to your heart. The Four of Pentacles is telling you not to rush, not to give your trust away freely just because someone shows initial interest, not to convince yourself that wanting security and commitment makes you high maintenance or difficult. You have worked too hard on yourself to settle for breadcrumbs or situationships or people who want to keep things casual indefinitely. At the same time, the Four of Pentacles is asking you to find the balance between being protective and being so guarded that you do not let anyone in. This ties back to the Temperance card we saw earlier. You want to hold on to your sense of security and your standards, while also being willing to gradually open up when someone shows you they are trustworthy. The key word here is gradually. You do not have to give everything all at once. You can protect your heart while slowly allowing someone to earn your trust through consistent, loving action over time. Let me pull the 8th card now to see what the energy of this person is who is coming into your love story, or if you are already talking to someone, what their core energy is about. The Lovers card is showing up, and I literally gasped when I turned this over because the Lovers is the card of romantic connection, divine partnership, and aligned choice. This is major arcana, which means this connection is significant, fated, meant to be part of your journey. The person who is part of your love story carries the energy of the Lovers, which tells me they are someone who takes love seriously, who believes in real partnership, who is looking for that deep soul connection just like you are. The Lovers is showing me someone who is ready for commitment, someone who knows what they want, someone who is not playing games or trying to keep their options open. This is a person who, when they connect with you, is going to be clear about their interest, clear about their intentions, clear about wanting to build something real. The Lovers does not show up for casual flings or surface-level connections. This card appears when there is potential for something truly meaningful and transformative. What I am also seeing with the Lovers is that this person is going to present you with a choice, but it is going to be a good choice, an empowered choice. The Lovers is about choosing love consciously, choosing partnership because it aligns with your values and your vision for your life. This person is not going to pressure you or rush you, but they are going to be clear enough in their intentions that you will have to make a decision about whether you want to move forward with them or not. The Lovers also speaks to chemistry and attraction. I am seeing that there is going to be strong physical and emotional attraction here. This is not going to be one of those connections where you are trying to convince yourself you should like someone because they check boxes on paper. No, with the Lovers, there is genuine magnetic pull. There is chemistry. There is that spark that makes you want to be around this person, that makes conversations flow easily, that makes you excited to see them or talk to them. Another layer of the Lovers that is really important is the element of alignment. This card shows me that this person shares your core values. They have a similar vision for what they want in life and in love. You are not going to be trying to force compatibility or overlook major differences. There is natural alignment here that makes building a relationship feel easier, more natural, more right than connections you have tried to force in the past. Now for the 9th card, I want to see what the potential outcome or culmination of this love story looks like. If you follow the guidance the cards have given you, the Moon is showing up here. And this is interesting because the Moon is often seen as a card of illusion or confusion. But in the outcome position of a love reading, I am reading this very differently. The Moon is showing me depth, mystery, intuition, and the unknown. What this tells me about the outcome of your love story is that it is going to take you into emotional depths you have not experienced before. It is going to awaken parts of you that have been dormant. It is going to feel like there are layers and layers to discover both in yourself and in this connection. The Moon in the outcome position is saying this love story is not going to be simple or predictable, but that is actually a good thing. This is not going to be a boring surface-level relationship where you always know exactly what to expect. There's going to be continued discovery, continued depth, a sense that there is always more to learn about each other, always deeper levels of intimacy to explore. For someone like you, Virgo, who can sometimes get bored once you feel like you have figured someone out, the moon promises ongoing mystery and fascination. The moon is also deeply connected to intuition and the subconscious. What this shows me is that this relationship is going to help you trust your intuition more, help you access deeper parts of yourself, help you understand your own emotional landscape better. You are going to learn so much about yourself through this connection. It is going to bring up things for you to heal, patterns for you to understand, depths of feeling you might not have known you were capable of. I am also seeing with the moon that this love story might not unfold in a completely linear, logical way that your Virgo mind can easily map out. There might be unexpected turns. There might be periods of uncertainty that you have to navigate. There might be times when you are not completely sure where things are headed, and you have to trust your feelings rather than relying on logic. This is part of the journey, part of the growth, part of what makes this connection so transformative for you. Finally, let me pull the 10th card to see what final message or guidance Spirit wants to leave you with about this love story. Page of Swords is coming through as your final card, and this is perfect because it is bringing clarity, truth, communication, and mental agility. The Page of Swords as your closing message is telling you to stay curious, stay alert, stay communicative, and most importantly, stay true to what you know intellectually and intuitively about what you need in love. The Page of Swords is an energy of truth-seeking and honest communication. As your final guidance, this card is saying that throughout this love story, you need to stay committed to honesty, both with yourself and with your person. Do not ignore red flags because you are excited about the connection. Do not override your own knowing because you want something to work. Do not stay silent about your needs or concerns because you are afraid of rocking the boat. The Page of Swords asks you to be brave in your communication, to ask the questions that matter, to speak your truth even when it feels vulnerable. This card is also about mental clarity and discernment. Your Virgo nature gives you incredible analytical abilities, and the Page of Swords is saying use them, trust them, but balance them with the emotional and intuitive insights you have gained. You have both your sharp mind and your open heart available to you now, and using both together is going to help you navigate this love story with wisdom and awareness. The Page of Swords is also showing me that you should stay curious about this person and this relationship as it develops. Ask questions, want to really know who they are, be interested in their thoughts and perspectives. The Page energy is youthful and eager to learn, and bringing that attitude of curiosity rather than judgment or assumption is going to help this relationship deepen naturally. Finally, the Page of Swords is reminding you that you have a voice and you should use it. You have spent enough time making yourself smaller or quieter to accommodate others. In this love story, speak up, share your thoughts, express your needs, participate fully in creating the relationship you want. The right person for you is going to value your voice, your opinions, your perspective. They are going to want to hear what you think and feel. So do not hold back from being fully yourself in communication. Okay, Virgo. Let me just take a moment to recap this entire love story we have uncovered through these 10 cards because the narrative is so clear and so beautiful. You are starting from a place of deep transformation with the Death card. You have shed old patterns and old versions of yourself that were not serving you in love. From that transformed state, you are moving into Two of Cups energy, which is authentic partnership and mutual connection that matches your new elevated standards. This entire love story is built on the foundation of the Two of Wands, which is conscious choice and clear vision. You are actively participating in creating the relationship you want. Your challenge through this journey, shown by Temperance, is to trust divine timing and find balance between being open and being protected. The turning point, marked by the Eight of Pentacles, happens when you and this person commit to really working on building something solid together. You are supported through all of this by the Page of Cups energy, which is your ability to stay emotionally open and express your feelings honestly, despite past disappointments. What you need to embrace, shown by the Four of Pentacles, is that it is okay to want security and to protect your heart until someone proves they are worthy. The person coming into your life carries the energy of the Lovers, which means they are ready for real commitment, and there is strong natural alignment between you. The outcome, represented by the Moon, shows a relationship that has ongoing depth, mystery, and transformative power. And your final guidance from the Page of Swords is to stay curious, stay communicative, and stay true to what you know you need. This is your love story. Virgo. This is what the universe has been preparing you for through all the work you have done on yourself. Every disappointment, every lesson, every moment of growth has been leading you to this. You are ready now. You are clearer, stronger, more aligned than you have ever been. And the love that is coming to meet you is going to reflect all of that work back to you. Trust the process. Stay open. Communicate honestly. Protect your heart wisely. And most importantly, believe that you deserve everything you have been dreaming of in love, because you absolutely do.